What's going on, guys? So some interesting news dropped yesterday from the Flash producer himself, Greg Berlanti, and he came out and said that Savitar has yet to be cast. Now, I know some of you out there were thinking this guy was Savitar, and maybe they're just filming his scenes in the costume right now and they'll get an actor later, but that is totally not the case. You see, somebody named Stevenson Johnson tweeted Greg Berlanti saying, "So this isn't Savitar," with a photo of our costume friend, and Greg Berlanti tweeted back saying, "Nope." Oh shit! Ladies and gentlemen, that means my theory for who I think this costume guy is totally still on the table. If you guys haven't seen my theory video on that, it'll be in the cards or it'll be in the playlist or wherever it'll be. But in that video, I talk about who I think this character could be. I think it's Johnny Quick. But I also have a theory on why it would be Johnny Quick, and it's pretty interesting. You should check it out if you're interested in those kind of things. The biggest questions now are, who is this dude, and when is Savitar gonna come to the show? One thing I noticed about Flash Season 3 is there is a shitload of motherfucking villains coming to this season, and it's gonna be badass. But damn, who's the freaking main villain? From what we know already, we're gonna get freaking Reverse Flash, we're gonna get Gorilla Grodd, we're gonna get Black Flash, we're gonna get freaking Mirror Master, Top, Captain Cold, Savitar, Dr. Alchemy, whoever this guy is, Magenta, and I'm blanking on anybody else. We're going to have a shitload of villains this season, and as of right now, it's like, who the hell is the main villain? Now, some people are saying it is Savitar, or it is also, Alchemy. Is it Alchemy or Dr. Alchemy? I always forget. It's Dr. Alchemy. It's very possible that we will have co-villains this season, because from what I'm hearing, Wally West is actually going to keep his powers after Flashpoint. So that means we're going to have two speedsters. That is a rumor that I have heard, but it is very possible. They won't have to explain. I mean, they'll probably have to eventually explain how he got his powers exactly, but they could be like, Flashpoint. But no, in all honesty, I do think that they might have two villains, which will be Dr. Alchemy and Savitar. When will they show up? How big of an effect will they have on this season? I don't know. But it seems like a third speedster in a row for being the main villain would kind of suck. So they could get around that by having Dr. Alchemy also be a major villain as well, possibly teaming up with Savitar, and they're working for a certain reason to, kill the Flash. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of happy this guy's not Savitar, because I want CW and the Flash and Arrow and all of those shows to get a little bit closer to the actual costumes of the comic books. Now, I know some of this is really hard because of, budget and all that jazz, but Savitar actually has a unique costume, and I kind of hope they get a little bit closer to that. Now, I don't think they're going to do the shirtless Savitar, because obviously they're shooting in Vancouver, and it's probably going to get a little bit cold there if it's not already. But they could do maybe sleeveless. I don't know, I'm just getting tired of every speedster constantly being full-blown covered and like, meow. I know why they do it, but, I wish we'd get some kind of variations just besides the freaking head, cow or whatever. Give me something different if you're going to keep giving me speedsters over and over, CW. To be honest, I'm not too familiar with Savitar. I have read a few things on the internet, but from what I know, he is originally a Wally West villain. So it is very possible that Savitar will be trying to go after Wally West and not the Flash, but his main purpose in life is to, get better with this, or to become one with the Speed Force. So he'll probably try to go after both of them. But if they are doing a dual villain this season, Savitar could be trying to go after Wally West. Alchemy could be trying to go after the Flash. There's something interesting about Savitar's origin, and that is he was a pilot and he got his powers through flying an experimental supersonic plane. Two things stand out from that origin for me. One, he's a pilot. It would be awesome if CW made Savitar somehow just a friend of Hal Jordan, and maybe they were both pilots together. That would be a cool little Easter egg. I know it doesn't have anything to do with the comics, but we know that they don't go by the comics fully here, so that would be a cool little thing to give us another Hal Jordan Easter egg. Make him pilot friends with freaking Savitar. That's not going to happen, but it should. The other thing was he was flying an experimental supersonic plane. Now, it would be interesting if they somehow spun that storyline and connected it to Wally West, because remember, he was working on those freaking jet engines or whatever he was making a college preparation thingamabob for. You know what I'm talking about. Season 2, him and Barry get into it because he's like, oh, you can't do this and blah, blah, and they have a little spat. Whatever, he was working on some type of engine What if that engine is what they use for this experimental plane, and that is how Savitar got his powers? Then he would have a connection to Wally West and be like, you're the reason I'm this way. And maybe he doesn't have to be pissed at him, but he could be like, you're the reason I need to be better. You need to create more shit. Or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You get where I'm going with this. I got it. So Savitar does want to be one with the Speed Force. And he knows that he got his powers through this freaking supersonic plane. If somehow Wally West had anything to do with it, he could be like, alright, you're the reason I did this. And then he finds out that Wally West is Kid Flash. And he'd be like, oh, this kid knows how to freaking make the Speed Force happen. So I need to freaking kidnap him or get him to make me one with the Speed Force. Or he could just work with Dr. Alchemy, and that's probably what they're going to do in Season 3. He's just going to team up with Dr. Alchemy, and Dr. Alchemy's probably going to lie to him and be like, I can get you faster, blah, 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 blah. Some kind of bullshit like that, and they're going to team up against Kid Flash and the Flash. Anyways, that's all I really got for you guys right now. I just wanted to clarify that this dude is not Savitar, and he has yet to be cast, apparently. So keep an eye out for that, and I will let you know if I hear anything or see anything on the internet. But if you do want to know who my theory is, did I even say that right? If you want to know my theory on who I think this guy is, go check out that video from like a month ago or something like that. But you know I want to know what's going on in your brainsicle. Who do you think this guy is? What is Savitar's master plan gonna be? And will he be working with Dr. Alchemy? Let me know in the comment sections down below. Guys and gals, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with all your speedster buddies. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for all things nerdy and geeky on this channel. As always, guys, I am your host, JUICEbox. Remember, when you wake up in the morning, ask yourself something. If I have my daily dose of juice, see you guys next time. Ow!